मुझे क्या करना है इसके बाद? Hello, viewers. Welcome to SuperGrads. I'm your mentor and guide Brenda. And in this session, we will take a look at a very, very interesting topic, which will really help you in your IPMAT preparation. So, here in this series today, in the basics of IPM, let's take a look at this topic called idioms and phrases. Now, first of all, let's understand what do the word idiom actually mean. Now, idiom as an expression means a wise saying where the literal meaning of the words generally differ from the figurative meaning of the given expression. So today we'll take a look at some idioms which are, of course, it's a theme-based session. So all the idioms that we'll talk about today are based on animals. Now let's just start. Now, the first one is ants in one's pant. Now, let's just think about it. Can ants actually be in one's pant? Or if at all there are ants in somebody's pant, what would it actually mean? Now, first of all, ants in one's pant means um, if at all it were to happen in the real life, person would not be able to sit still, person would be fidgety, would jump around. So if there are ants in one's pants, the person will not be able to sit still, right? So ants in one's pant as an idiom means to be very excited, anxious, or nervous about something. So, whether you're anxious or you're nervous or you're excited, you're not able to sit still. That is what this means. Now, let's say Max had ants in his pants just the day before his results. He was not able to sit still. He had ants in his pants, or he could not sit still. The next one, catnap. Now, catnap doesn't really mean the short sleep that the cat has. No, it doesn't mean that. Catnap means a short sleep, a snooze. Say you want to lie down for 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes in a day and relax a bit. So that's a cat nap. Short sleep during the day is a cat nap. Now I'm going to have a cat nap while you're preparing dinner or lunch or breakfast. So by the time the dinner or lunch or breakfast gets ready, I'll have my short sleep and I'll be fresh and I'm ready. So I'll have my cat nap while some of the work is being done. Hey students, so the next idiom that we have is cat's got one stunk. Now this one can be replaced with either a noun or a pronoun, anything at all. Now cat's got one stunk is a very interesting idiom. Here, literally, the cat hasn't got hold of somebody's tongue. The meaning here is that if somebody is not able to speak up, or is not able to speak at all, we could say, oh, you're not speaking. Has cat got your tongue? Now, see, it would be interesting to understand the origin of this idiom because these things help us retain the meaning of the idiom for a long period of time. Now, although the exact origin of the idiom is not known, and there are several legends associated with it, but then one famous one is they say that in the olden days, those witches they used to have their cats steal the tongue of the people if at all they feared something. So they were associated with the witches, and there's another story that goes where they say that if somebody tried to say something, say the sailors on the ship, if they tried to give away the secret of somebody, they were threatened that the cat would come and it would take your tongue away if you say something against someone, especially on a ship. So that means it was an indirect way of saying that don't open your mouth, be quiet. So cat's got one tongue has been used to this day where somebody goes quiet, is not able to speak, and that's when we say, oh, you quiet, has the cat got your tongue? That's how this works. So it looks like cat's got real tongue. She's generally not this quiet, but today she is. Clam up. Now, first of all, let's understand what a clam is. Now, clam is a shellfish which is generally eaten. Now, if somebody clams up, see, clam looks like this. So, if somebody clams up, I mean, it shuts itself tightly. Just look at this clam, it has clammed up. So, it has shut itself tightly, so you cannot open it. The predator cannot come to get it. So, clam up simply means you've shut yourself, you're not speaking, you've gone quiet, and it is difficult to make you sleep to speak. So Arjun clammed up when I talked to him about his past. Now, generally, what happens? You generally, let's say, if you've not done well in the school, you come home and your mom asks you, "How was the test?" And you clam up because you don't know what to say. You're scared. So clam up. You kind of shut yourself. You are not expressive enough, and you're not speaking at all. So clam up. A clam can be used for another expression, which is as happy as a clam. Now look at this clam. The open clam looks as though it's happy, doesn't it? So as happy as a clam is associated, I mean, the expression, which simply means somebody who's very happy, you could say. So one way of saying uh, very happy, you could simply say, "Oh, you're very happy today. You look extremely happy," or "I am very happy today." Or the other idiomatic expression or a very good expression to say the same thing is as happy as a clam. Now here, um, let's understand a slight story behind it. Like I always say, helps you remember and retain better. So when there is a high tide, the clams become happy because they know the predators cannot get them. So, I mean, there are so many stories around so many idiomatic expressions that we have. And this one is, I'm very happy, so I'll smile. I'm as happy as a clam. Then there is dropping like flies. Wait. Okay. So dropping like flies, a fly, a normal house fly, what it drops. What does that mean? So if something is either dying or giving up quickly or easily, you could say, okay, dropping like flies. Now, the exact origin may not be known, but then the flies, they generally do not have a very long lifespan. And once the life is done, they just drop, right? So, dropping like flies, so giving up easily or dying easily. Think about it. My roses are dropping like flies in this early frost. Or maybe, if at all it's extremely hot, what will happen? Probably, or maybe there is drought or famine or something is not right. Animals and people, they drop like flies. That is, they die rather quickly. So, dropping like flies, giving up or dying easily. The next one, dog days. Now, this could be just dog days or dog days of summer. Both are can be interchangeably used. Now, dog days are is a period generally between early July to early September where the weather is extremely hot, and generally this is associated with inactivity. So just think about it when it is July or August or September, early September, do we feel like working when, especially when it is very hot and the AC is not working? We generally don't feel like working. We would just want to sit in front of our Netflix these days and enjoy some good movies. So, dog days is associated with a period of inactivity, though it simply means the hottest part of the year, but it is associated with inactivity because generally people do not want to work hard in these hot days. So I sleep in the basement during the hot days of August or the dog days of summer. Eager beaver. Now, beaver looks like this animal. In fact, beaver is this animal. Okay. So beaver is this animal. It has a bushy tail, it has sharp teeth, and you know what is this animal associated with? Hard work. But not just hard work. This is hard work accompanied with a lot of enthusiasm. So if I say, Simar, go ahead, do something, and Simar says, Ma'am, okay, I will work hard, but I'm not keen. So not an eager beaver. I say, Simar, go ahead, do this work. Simar says, yes, ma'am, I'll do this work right away, and I'll do it to the best of my ability. Hello, yes, Simon, you are an eager beaver. So, eager beaver is somebody who's interested in hard work and is very enthusiastic or zealous about it. So, Sammy is an eager beaver ever since he started working. So, he's always happy, he's always doing his job, and he doesn't complain. He's an eager beaver. It's a very positive idiomatic expression. Now this one is have a cow. Now have a cow doesn't really mean you get a cow home and now you're happy. Oh, I have a cow. No, it doesn't mean that. In fact, quite contrary to the image that we have for a cow, that cow gives milk and it's one of the most docile animals, submissive animals. It's slightly different. Having a cow actually means extremely upset. So, and generally, not even a big deal. For a minor issue, if somebody gets extremely upset, you say, oh, he's having a cow. So, my neighbor had a cow when she realized she had organized a party and no one came to attend it. So, having a cow, extremely upset. Generally, we should avoid having cows. The next one, hold your horses. Now, hold your horse is a very beautiful expression which simply means hold on, stop, there's no rush. You can probably put your opinion on hold for a while. So, hold your horses. I mean, think about it. If you were to hold the horse, what would you do? You'll pull the rein and probably try to stop it. And figuratively, it simply means the same thing. So, horse is supposed to run wild, the horse is supposed to run fast. So if somebody cannot hold his horse, that means either he'll think or say express himself very fast. But you want someone to hold it. Say, hold the thought. You say, hold your horses, child, hold your horses. You'll get your chance to speak. So hold your horses, be wait patient and wait a little. Now, horse around. This is another beautiful expression. Now, horse is supposed to be full of energy. So, if someone is horsing around, he's playing roughly or acting very lively or in a boisterous way. Children love horsing around because they're so full of energy. So, children were laughing and horsing around when they gathered in their grandma's home. The next one, straight from the horse's mouth. Now, straight from the horse's mouth simply means coming directly from the source. Now, the origin to this exactly not known, but they say that whenever they had to check the mouth of the horse, they used to come check it directly and then reveal whatever the problem was. So since then they have been using this expression. They say, okay, directly from the source, that is directly straight from the horse's mouth. So they checked and here the result is. So straight from the horse's mouth, directly from the original source. So I know he's getting promoted. I heard it, or it has come straight from the horse's mouth. That is, I got to know about his promotion from him or through him only, straight from the horse's mouth. Riding a high horse. Now, riding a high horse, high, if it is included, the expression high, if it is included in any of the idiomatic expressions, generally the connotation is not very positive. So, riding a high horse, that means you consider yourself better than the others, and you do not consider or give value to the feeling of the other person. So, riding a high horse simply means you think you're better, or maybe or the other way of looking at it is that you do not give value or you are slightly ruthless towards the feelings or the emotions of the other people. So the next one, look a gift horse in the mouth. Now, this generally means that you're trying to find fault with something that has been received as a gift or favor. Now, generally, it should be used like this. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth because if somebody has given you something, it's generally not advisable to find faults in a gift that you have received from someone, right? So you could say, okay, look a gift in someone's mouth, look a gift horse in the mouth, or do not look a gift horse in the mouth. Now, one more thing about these idiomatic expression students, especially the ones who are preparing for the entrance test, the thing is that they do give you questions based on this, and you can expect good 5 to 6 questions. That is point number one. The second thing that you need to understand about the idioms is that they sometimes remove a part of the idiom or they distort it. Now, a distorted idiom or an incomplete idiom can never be the answer. So, whenever you're dealing with these, make sure that you understand the structure of the idiom as nicely as its meaning. Otherwise, we'll end up making a mistake and losing some precious points. The next one, pig out. Now, pig is associated with eating a lot. So, pigs generally are known for eating a lot. So, if somebody pigs out, he eats a lot. So, a lot of us enjoy eating. So, let's say you are at your granny's house, they have prepared some good food for you. Now, you won't really think about anything else. You'll probably just want to pig out and enjoy the tasty food that has been served to you with love by your granny or your cousins or aunts and uncles. So, Well, why not, Nikhil? That's a good suggestion. I mean, maintaining a notebook and writing the words down, writing the idioms down is always a good thing to do. You can always go back and recall the words or the expressions. Now, the next one is in the doghouse. Now, think about it. If somebody is in the doghouse, will he be a happy person or a troubled person? So, if somebody is in the doghouse, that simply means there is some trouble. Now, when I think of this, I always think of the of Tom and Jerry, who would end up in the dog's kennel and then would run around because the dog would get upset and start chasing it to bite it or maybe to punish poor Tom. So, in the doghouse simply means in trouble with another person. I don't think Marsha is coming out tonight. She's still in the doghouse about forgetting somebody's birthday. So you forget somebody's birthday, you're in a big trouble with the person, you are in the doghouse. Just like poor Tom. The next one, until cows come home. Now, generally, cows are not supposed to be very fast animals. So, if you let them out to graze, they will take their own sweet time. They will eat till they, to their heart's content, and then they'll gradually come back home. So, until cows come home, generally refer to a long period of time. So, if you're waiting for something to happen, you could say, okay, until the cows come home. Black sheep. Now look at this picture. All the white sheep and just one black sheep. So the black sheep is associated, the expression, the idiomatic expression black sheep is associated with odd or generally the bad member of the group or in the family. So my oldest brother was the black sheep in our family. He dropped out of school at 15. Who does that? Now, if we have, okay, there's another one, duck horse. Now, this expression comes from the, it's a very beautiful expression which simply means that a candidate or a competitor with about whom not much is known, and suddenly this competitor or the candidate succeeds and it was unexpected completely. So, think of that horse in the race horse who looked as though it could not win. So nobody actually thought of it worthy of winning the race. But then when the race started, this dark horse won the race and took everyone by surprise. So that's what the word dark horse means. So you have some talents about which I mean, generally people around you do not know. So if at all you can do that, you are a dark horse. Well, I've purposely chosen the ones that are associated with animals, Simar. That's the thing. Okay, a bull in a china shop. Now, china here means the china ware, as you can see in the picture. So, a bull in china shop simply means, see, just imagine uh, these china ware, they are delicate. So, you have to handle them with care. And if at all there is something as clumsy as a bull in a china shop, what do you think will happen? Nothing good will come out of it, right? So a bull in china shop is somebody who can who inflicts damage, somebody who doesn't know how to handle delicate things, such as this one. So bull in china shop, a person who inflicts damage. Now, if at all we have understood what we studied today, let's take a look at these questions and let's see if we can get them right. So, the first one is slow down. You're going to break something. You are a rat, a cat, or like a bull in a china shop. I believe the answer is simple. This one would be so you're going to break something. You are like a bull in the china shop. After forgetting to do my homework, I was dashed with my teacher. So you forgot the homework, and let's just say, for the sake of argument, your teacher is a little nasty. What will happen? Will you be like a bull in the china shop? You would be like a dark horse, or would you be in the doghouse? Well, I guess this one is simple to understand. You forget your homework, you're with your teacher, you're probably in trouble, so you are in the doghouse with your teacher. The next one. Anna is dash. I didn't know she won an award. Now, Anna is what? A black sheep because she won an award? Well, black sheep was somebody who was either odd or bad in the group. So, if she has won an award, we need something that's positive. So, the answer should be eager beaver. She's enthusiastic and hence she has won an award. Or is she a dark horse? So, she had hidden talent. I didn't know she won an award. So, she's obviously a dark horse. Then the heat was so intense. Now, if the heat is intense, people were having a cow or dropping like flies or holding their horses. I guess they were dropping like flies. Well, with this, I come to the end of this session. All good things must end. I hope you were able to gain something. We will be back with another session of vocabulary where we'll take a look at another very important aspect of vocabulary that is expected in the IPMAT paper. So stay connected, keep sending your love through your comments, keep sending your suggestions or recommendations. We would take them up in the forthcoming sessions. Stay connected. Love you all. Bye bye.